Welcome back to the Fundamentals Podcast, where we talk all things related to sports from a fan's perspective. This is an opinion based show, so if you don't like our opinion, I don't know what to tell you. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about what happened today. Blockbuster. Blockbuster trade. We got to talk about it. Look, first of all, let's start with how I feel about it. As a Rams guy, I like Jared Verse. I like Jared Verse a lot. He showed for the last 2 years that he's consistent. He's fire. He was learning. He was he was getting better, and huge, huge playmaker. I believe for the Rams, he was gonna go a long way. I do not like what was given up for Miles Garrett. I get it. Miles Garrett just record breaking last year with the single season sacks. The level of consistency with Miles Garrett over the last 9 years. I get it. And they looked at it from the standpoint of he's locked in. His contract isn't up till 2030. And so I believe that had a lot to do with it. But it's I don't think anybody really saw that coming. I actually thought Miles Garrett had a no trade clause. I'm gonna have to do some research and figure out how that worked out and whether there was a no trade clause. I thought there was one, but I don't know the details of that. I do know that the Rams have given up Jared Verse, first round 2027 pick, second round 2028 pick, and third round 2029 pick. Now, Rams are not shy about giving up the first round pick. My only question is, look, I know with this first round pick, we went quarterback, but it doesn't look like Cleveland is high on Shedeur Sanders or Deshaun for the future. Rumor is that Cleveland may be using that Rams pick on a quarterback next year, on a quarterback next draft. With that said, we could have utilized that first. I think. And the reason I say this is because I believe the Rams had this idea all along. I don't think this was a new concept. I think this was pre-draft thoughts. I think this was pre-draft efforts. My belief is if you are going to continue, you don't draft. And look, I ran it on here and justified, everything in terms of why I was okay with them picking a quarterback in the first round this offseason. But with that said, knowing what I know now, if you were going to continue to pursue this, let's need Rams front office, maybe skip the idea of taking a quarterback and maybe continue to pursue this with the idea of, if you're going to give up this much and Cleveland doesn't look like they want Shedeur, you know where I'm going? Maybe try to get Shedeur in this package. Give up them same picks in Jared Verse. I feel like it's a lot for one guy. And I understand we're talking about Miles Garrett, right? We're not talking about over the hill. He still has many, many years to give you at a high level, right? Many, many years. Maybe you just don't know what you don't know. Maybe Rams didn't know that Shedeur was maybe not the guy that Cleveland wants long term. And maybe the Rams just don't want him, right? But it's just a thought in my head, just something I thought about. Seems like a good idea to me. But, the deal is done. The Rams want to win a Super Bowl again now. They understand that the window for Matthew Stafford is closing. And they want to get it done now. And I don't blame them, Look, a lot of people thought that the Rams were done after Aaron Donald. They thought it was a wrap. Defense wouldn't be the same. We've watched that front office do some amazing things. Obviously, they have the mentality of F those picks. And it's worked. Look, they went, 9 years without a first round pick. I think the last first round pick up to this point was Jared Goff. So, say what you want, but in that time, they've been to 2 Super Bowls, 1-1. So, and consistent playoffs. So say what you want. But overall, it's a major pickup. It's a big trade. Obviously, there was going to be a lot of noise made around it, and this only increases, like my spidey senses for the season. Like it only makes me get more excited for the season. And so, it's going to be interesting because with Miles Garrett playing for Cleveland, he doesn't get a lot of primetime games, doesn't get a lot of the shine and looks. And he's going from a team that that's kind of been a dumpster fire of an organization, and he is going to the Rams where he is going to be looked at constantly because I believe the Rams have 7 primetime games this year. And so with that said, all eyes on Rams. It's gonna be interesting, man. Rams are looking to win right now. I wonder how the other quarterbacks in the NFC West feel right now. What are they thinking? Because you got to understand, with Cleveland, Miles Garrett was the defensive line. With the Rams, Miles Garrett is able to be like Myles Garrett, but you got some other pieces on there that's gonna turn up. Still got Fisk, still got Turner. You got some. The defense is locked in, and think about what that does for the secondary. Quarterbacks know I got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. 4 is a stretch. 4 is a stretch. You got 2, 3 seconds. You got 2 or 3 seconds with what the defensive line is going to be. Got 2 or 3. All right. Miles Garrett is, but again, love Jared Verse, but Myles Garrett is Myles Garrett. The secondary is about to, man. They about to have. It's gonna be definitely improved. Definitely improved. It's gonna be a wild season in the NFC West because we finna. You think the offense is a problem? The defense it's about to be crazy. It's about to get ugly. About to get ugly for them other teams in the NFC West. About to get real ugly. Anyway, man, I just wanted to come on here and share that. I appreciate y'all listening, jamming out with me for a minute and hearing what I have to say about the trade. Make sure you follow on TikTok. It is the Fundamentals. Make sure you follow on Facebook, YouTube, all those things. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, leave comments, engage. That really helps with the algorithm, helps people follow along. But anyway, thank y'all. Peace out. Have a good one.